What's going on, guys? Your boy Phrankleen. Welcome to another episode. If this is your first time, thank you for stopping by. If you like what I'm about, hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed, if you like the content, be sure to give us that subscribe button. Right. I'm sure some of you I've heard, I've seen videos, going around the internet about a woman who got deported from Germany a few days ago with 3 children, to Nigeria. And the internet is awash with stories. When I saw this, when the news broke, the first thing that kicked in as a human being was empathy. I was shocked. I was looking, trawling through the web and just, completely shocked about the woman's situation and stuff. And some of you viewers and subscribers and stuff, thank you for reaching out to me. Some people actually sent me messages and said, oh, Phrankleen, I should talk about this and stuff. But I will say something. I personally have an approach. You see a breaking news, especially if it's not a breaking news from like a prominent news outlet, doesn't mean the news outlets can't put out false information and stuff. But what I'm saying is I tend to tread carefully. It's not just about slapping something together and putting it online in the name of getting views or getting traffic and all that stuff. I think that's murky. So but for me, I was a bit apprehensive. I saw the video that a gentleman recorded, the woman on the street with 3 children, and they were perplexed and she was asking for help. And like I said, I was shocked. As a human being, I immediately filled with empathy, and I thought, gosh, how did this happen? Why did she get abruptly deported? But as the days went by, I did a bit of research and bit of a digging and with some sources and stuff. So it got to a point where, okay, then I got what I will regard as a reliable, reasonable picture, a sort of background to what's going on. And I'd appreciate that it's a lot more extensive than this. But here is my view. I wasn't going to jump on this story, but for me, the premise of my comments, I must say, is not to be judgmental. It's to use this as a learning curve, to share this story, my interpretation of things, and hopefully somebody out there can learn. First of all, I empathize with the woman, particularly with the 3 vulnerable children that are caught in the web of this nonsense, this clearly non-palatable situation and stuff. Well, so that's that. So here's the background. I've got my notes here. So first of all, I'll tell you the fundamental flaws that I identified. The woman said in the first video that went viral that she had lived in Germany for 15 years and with a few other claims and stuff, which were in fact untrue. Why she would have said that, if you're looking for public sympathy or empathy and stuff, it really hurts me, because what you really don't want to do is try to mislead people and start disseminating falsehood. Just stick to your story, man. Just put out, your story as it is. I'm sure there are tons of people out there, home and abroad, that have got compassion in them, might be able to help you. But the moment people start identifying, tons of inconsistencies and stuff like that, you reduce your chances of getting, help. And people are going to start distancing themselves, from you. And then especially when it comes to getting help regarding public funds and all that. The firstborn, as I understand, was actually born in Italy, right? And the second child was born in Switzerland. And the third child was actually born in Germany, right? So, and I also understand that this woman actually came into Italy at first years ago via Libya. So as soon as you hear that, coming in via Libya means going through some unscrupulous and deadly means of entering Europe and stuff, back door. So let's put that aside anyway, you get the picture. Now, first child born in Italy, second Switzerland, the third was actually born in Germany and stuff. So as it stands, of course, the kids have got, a father. And you notice with everything going viral, the dad's face is not on the web and everything. So from what I gathered from reliable sources, the woman basically was in Italy. She had some sort of papers. It was like maybe some sort of permanent residency, paper and whatnot, and then decided herself and a partner, decided to move to Germany and stuff. Now, in moving to Germany, they claimed asylum and has been on that asylum thing for quite some time. Now, some of the comments I got was the fact that she's been getting monetary help and all that stuff from from German authorities. You know, when you claim asylum and all that stuff, I'm sure there will be X amount of money. Now, there's been several speculations about she's getting 2,000 euros a month. Some said 800. But my focus is not on what the exact amount was. She was getting X amount of money. And it should be stressed. There are many Nigerians, there are many Africans scattered across Europe. In fact, there are people that they do this in the aim of getting what is regarded as free money. It's taxpayers' money. I think it's very selfish. And this is not me having a dig at this woman, right? It's very selfish, it's evil, it's callous. Because you go there on the false pretense, with truckload of lies to hopefully get free money. This money is then funneled back to their respective countries of origin, Nigeria, Ghana, wherever they came from. Now, she's been in Germany for quite some time, and deportation notice was in fact filed on this woman more than a year ago by the German authorities, basically asking her and her family to leave Germany, right? She showed a blatant disregard. She disregarded the deportation, notice. She decided to stay. But you need to bear something in mind here. From what I gathered, her husband, because they all had issues with their residency in Germany. I don't have, the clear details in that regard. So the man said to her, yo, let's bounce. The woman, perhaps because of the money she was getting off the asylum thing, anyway, she decided to stay and stuff. The guy fled. The man fled Germany. Once deportation notice was served and stuff, he knew what was going to happen afterwards if they refused to leave Germany, right? So deportation notices, they're asking you to leave Germany of your own volition, right? Basically leave, or we're going to have to come get you and have to physically put you on the plane and kick you out of the country. So the man suggested that they leave. She disagreed. She never lived in Germany for 15 years like she claimed. Now, there's also something here. The Italian government have this sort of agreement with other EU countries. It's worth bearing this in mind that any citizens or anyone with permanent residencies and stuff caught in any other European countries, or like their documents have expired or they've done something illegal and stuff, should be deported to their country of origin, not to be brought back to Italy. So basically, if you're a Nigerian by roots and you were caught in Germany or in Sweden and your papers have expired, or you've broken the law, you've done something, carried out a criminal offense and stuff like that, that requires deportation from that country, they're not going to deport you. Italian government doesn't want you to come back. You're not a citizen, whatnot. They ask them, take that person to their country of origin. So there is this noise over the internet. First of all, people are banging on about, they shouldn't have deported her to Nigeria because I think the German authorities requested from this woman, provide your Nigerian passport. She failed to. She knows exactly what she's doing, okay? But like I said, the ones I feel sorry for are the children in these circumstances. She failed to provide the documents. So long story short, they forcefully removed her. She said she was tied up and all that stuff. She was deported. Now check this. Here is where ignorance plays out. This is where I talk about in some of my previous videos, the sense of entitlement. That one of the fundamental problems that we have in the black community, the African community, ignorance, arrogance, illiteracy, sense of entitlement. These things are major killers. You ain't entitled to shit. You understand me? You came here to their countries. And let me explain to you, because when I say ignorance and illiteracy, I look at some people in our community and I just shake my head. I feel sorry for them. They talk blah, 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 blah. They bang their heads against the wall. They don't want to listen to the truth, right? They think it should go my way. They should give me this. I'm entitled to. You ain't entitled to shit. Especially when you're abusing the system, right? Now, here is the deal. This woman came I don't know, what the journey, of course, through the back door, went to Italy. She had the papers, herself and the husband paper that expired. She migrated. She was talking about our third child was born. Is not a German citizen. Neither herself nor her husband had a German citizenship at the time. So you're disqualified. You have no stand, you have no legs, to hold on to the German authorities to say you want to remain in Germany. Because a child was born in Germany don't mean shit. Because a child was born here in the UK, if the mom or the dad haven't got British citizenship or permanent residency, right? You don't stand a chance. Fact, it's the law. This is what I keep saying in my videos. This sense of entitlement is one of the major things that's sabotaging a lot of lives, right? Now, this woman in question, she's made these videos. I've watched a few of those videos, and it got to a point that I felt so irritated. And I'll tell you why. This misrepresentation, she's not telling the truth. She's just clamoring for, donations and hopefully looking for monies and all that stuff. But now you've dropped these children, innocent children, in the mess. The German authorities ain't going to do shit. They're not going to come back to Nigeria and come and pick you. You're done. You're shut out for good. Your face is plastered all over the internet now. You can't go back because you're regarded as illegal. Now, here is my point. They asked you to leave. There's a lot of Africans, Nigerians that are across Europe. These asylum monies, this is the foolishness, this is the ignorance, this is the illiteracy. When you make applications for your whatever status you got in Italy, you fill forms, you do paperwork. They ask you for your country of origin. You put on the paper now, you say Nigeria, right? It's the same thing when you go for visa interviews. You tell that you applied in Lagos, you applied in Abuja, right? They have all this data on you, right? So if the German authorities communicate with the Italian authorities, and Italian authorities have your details in their database, they share database or they share information, they provide information to them, and they can see that you in fact came from Nigeria. Now, they've done the due diligence in the front end. They've asked you to willfully provide your Nigerian passport. You said no, right? You failed to. Okay. They gave you the opportunity to hand them your Nigerian passport. You said no. So the moment they can substantiate through your data with Italian authorities, German authorities don't owe you shit. You're claiming asylum doesn't mean you're entitled to it. There are people who are on asylum applications waiting for 2-3 years or more. In the end, they reject your asylum applications and they kick you out. Because you are on asylum program on the waiting list doesn't mean you're entitled to you have the same rights as a citizen. No, you don't. You're getting free money, free food, the free accommodation and all that. You're not working. A lot of our people do this. This is what I was talking about, the abuse of system. Some of you come here, you send me email, I don't care. Everyone they've caught on to this. Nigerians, the abuse is too much. Here is another classic example. To make it even worse, you're telling lies. If you're gonna, if it was a case of malicious deportation, unlawful deportation, believe me, I think the African community should come together. I don't mind. I'll be the first to donate money, right? Help you get an international lawyer and, take on the German authorities and, fight for the rights of yourself and your children if they've genuinely treated you unlawfully. But in these circumstances, no. Your husband asked you, let's leave. They gave you deportation notice. You disregarded it. What were you thinking? You think that deportation notice was just a joke? No. They asked you to leave. So they came back. In fact, you should actually thank your stars that they didn't even try to abduct or kidnap your children. They could have just slapped you on the plane and kicked you out and kept your children in the authorities, send them to a foster care home or been adopted by another set of parents, and that's it. You'll never see them again. They can do that. They do that all the time. And in fact, that process of fostering your children or giving your children to another family, they will make money off it. It's big money. Fostering children, taking money from children from families and giving them to parents who want to adopt them. It's big business. You should thank your stars that they didn't even strip your children away from you. People should learn from this. Stop sensationalizing things. Sit where you are, right? They gave you some sort of status in Italy. Why didn't you remain in Italy, right? Behave yourself. Even if it's cleaning job you're doing for the time being, do that cleaning job, manage, keep your head down until you become an Italian citizen. Maybe get back into college, get education, improve yourself. And if you want to go back to Africa and start business, you progress from there. You run from pillar to post. What are you looking for? First from Italy, you had a child in Switzerland, from Switzerland. Say, some people would say don't get judgmental, but I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, man. It's just crazy. It's messy, it's murky. You don't have entitlement in Germany. See, databases is the same thing. Nigerians are going to Canada in thousands, yeah? Watch this. So you apply for visa in Lagos, yeah? You tell them at the embassy, you say, oh, I've got ties to Nigeria. I run a piggery farm. I have my own business. I have 3 plots of land. I have a bungalow that I own. I have 25 million naira in my account. I'm only going to Canada on vacation. I'll be back after 2 or 3 weeks with my family. I do this, I do that. My husband is also a general manager of this company. So the Canadian authorities look at your application and think, all right, fantastic. Boom. They give you visa, right? Or, sorry, the US authorities, right? They give you visa, right? Boom. Believe in you that, oh, this woman is going for vacation. They look all right. So then you get to the States. You run to the Canadian border that's shared with America. You go and raise your hands up. You start claiming asylum. Oh, this, and then look at your passport. They look at your passport. You've only just arrived, maybe a couple of weeks ago from Lagos. And you talk, oh, they're persecuting us. They're killing us in Nigeria. Oh, this. All they have to do is take your visa. They contact the US authorities. They put it into the system. The US authorities, they can take details of your application, share it with the Canadian authorities, and they can see this is the same person that said she has 3 plots of land, she has a bakery, or she has a pure water business, she has a secondary school business, she has nearly 30 million naira in her account. Who are you fooling? This is madness. Who are you fooling? Because a genuine asylum, people that come from like genuinely war-torn countries, people that are genuinely displaced, they've lost their home, they've lost a chunk of their family members, people, genuine asylums. They don't have 2 shirts, they don't even have undies. Some of them have their children, some of their children are dead. The bulk of their families are dead. People in genuine, horrible circumstances. There's a list of reasons why, but those are the main reasons. Kilo de. Even this video going viral, all of this Europeans, everybody is watching. They're looking at you, they're laughing, they're shaking their heads. Enough is enough, man. It's crazy. And when you tell your average Nigerian or black person, it's because you don't want them to progress. Man, cut the crap, man. It's too much. It's too bloody much. Abuse, greed, illiteracy. I can tell you, your average Niger person, no disrespect, there's a ton of my folks here who are educated, who are smart. You see some of our people, even in the Ghanaian community, in the Cameroonian community, I talk to so many people. They're very ignorant. I've lived in Europe for 10 years, 12 years. They can't even talk to you about Brexit. You can't talk to them about what's going on in politics, about what's going on immediately in your immediate environment. They have no goddamn clue about the immigration rules. Nothing. Sense of entitlement. They just have children. They want to claim money. Some of the information I got is this woman, some of the money she's getting being an asylum in Germany, she was funneling money to Nigeria. A lot of people do this. They're giving them free money. They'll give you free house. They give you free this, free food, free this. This is what people want to get. And they say, hey, because there's no job in Nigeria. Bullshit! There are people living in the same Nigeria. Come on, man. Yes, I get it. I know Nigerian government has done a major disservice to their people, but come on! It's too much. Greed. All of this European countries, let me tell you, this is why people like me, and I've seen so many other creators online that are doing an amazing job. Ojuti Lamen, they've caught on. Don't deceive yourselves. Let's call a spade a spade. All of these people, they are wide awake. Think about it, man. It's just a case of common sense. Your average Nigerian, I see people who want to travel abroad. You completed, because you applied to US Embassy in 2010, they refused your application. You choose to reapply in 2019. And they ask you a simple question. Have you ever applied before? Have you ever been? You say no. Who do you think you're fooling? It's the same people that will come, the asylum, oh, free money, free money, free. What is your problem? Greed. Only ojukokoro. What are you looking for? Of course, if they ask you to provide your passport, you don't provide your passport. Your children have no ties. It's the same thing I was saying in the previous video. Nigerians, you go to the US, you have my children, and because I'm trying to give my children this and this, you run on medical bills. You run. Let me tell you, this is a common knowledge now. It's known. That's why Donald Trump, they're making all these rules. Look at how they're treating us like doormats. And you tell some people they put their snout up, they get angry. Man. It's your boy Phrankleen, man. Catch you in the next one. All right? Peace and love. Bye.